Did you sense that maybe he wasn't all in during the season last year, or was that more of just going into the second semester?
No, I think it was more, he's in his third semester as a mid-year guy. I think more of it was, during this stretch of January, February, March, and again, some of it is you got a guy that is young and you want to see him mature, and then when you hit a point where it's not about growing up, it's about where your heart is. And so that's where we got to this point of decision. But no, during the season's easy, as you know, you play games. You know what I mean? So that keeps you fired up. And when he got in here as an early enrollee, it's the anticipation of playing and then the unknown when you come to going to Notre Dame. So I think it was after he got through the season, then where's your head at? And that's how we got to the decision.
Brian, you referenced you went through a similar process with Ishaq. Can you shed just a little bit of light? When you mentioned coming back from break, you meant winter break?
Yeah, over winter break, and it's not, Ishaq would be one. I mean, I could give you probably 2 or 3 other examples. My point was more on that it's something that I have to be on top of every single day. I've got to walk through that locker room every day, and I got to be able to see where do we have some issues with kids that need to understand that they have to be 100% about Notre Dame, or they're not going to make it here. And Ishaq wasn't. I don't think it was about Ishaq not wanting to be here. He had to make that decision that he was going to excel at Notre Dame. And now he's come back with that attitude. You can see it in the classroom and you can see it on the football field. But there would be other examples too. It would be unfair to just mark Ishaq as that one guy.
Coach, there's been a couple of players that have left this spring, and then on
Who else has left this spring?
Was it, didn't T. Shepard?
Yeah, but he was never on
Okay.
that team.
Well, I stand corrected on that. And then on signing day, there was a late switch, and I know he was never actually part of the program and all that, but are you starting to maybe reevaluate the type of kids that you recruit, or is there something maybe the coaching staff needs to analyze when you're in the recruiting process to make sure that a kid is a better fit here?
Oh, we look at that all the time, absolutely. Yeah, but I think everybody knew that, and we have incredible distinctions, and we're not afraid to talk about those distinctions, as I mentioned earlier, in the recruiting process. So we're laying our cards on the table. People know that we're not walking around, selling a different Notre Dame. We're selling who we are and what we're about, and so we'll be consistent with that. And I think there's always, listen, I've been in it 25 years. People are going to quit all the time. It happens. It's just part of the process, especially when you got 75, 85 guys. Why is it newsworthy? Because he's a really good player. We wouldn't be here today if it was the backup left tackle or the third string center. It's a story because he's a really good player, but it happens all the time. It just happened to be a really good player.